Good day, everyone. Greetings to my lecturer and my classmates. This video is done in purpose to explain our laboratory experiment, which is Lab 1, Linear Dimension, Weight and Density. This experiment is done in a group. I am Danvindran and my groupmate is Muhammad Fahmin. At first, we are gonna look onto our equipments. The equipments that are required to fulfill our experiment is cube, sphere, and a cylinder. Apart from that, we also need a beaker that is filled with water, a weighing scale, and a ruler. Any ruler would be fine. So now we are gonna look onto our main equipments. The sphere is done by using clay and a ping pong ball. The ping pong ball is cut into half and the clay is fully stuffed inside. And then next, our cylinder. This cylinder is made from a PVC pipe and a clay. The PVC pipe is cut into certain dimension, and then this PVC pipe is fully stuffed with clay as well. And then for our cube, I've made this kind of shape in a straw board to make my cube in almost exact measurement of a cube. First of all, we will measure the dimensions for our various shaped objects. Okay, for the first object, we will take the cylinder. For the cylinder, we were required to measure the height and the diameter of the cylinder. So the height will be measured from bottom to top, which is this way. So the height of the cylinder will be 6.7 centimeter. So referring to our lab sheet, the reading should be in millimeter. So 6.7 centimeter will be 67 millimeter. Okay, for the diameter, we'll measure in this way and we'll take the highest reading, since the diameter will be the highest reading from the circle part over here. Okay, the highest reading that I've obtained for the circle of our cylinder is 3.3 centimeter, which is 33 millimeter for our cylinder. For the next object, we will take sphere. So for the sphere, we will measure our diameter into two different positions. So for the first position, I'll just assume I'll take from here, and then the diameter will be measured from the top, since the ruler is translucent, so we can measure from here, from one end to another. So the same as we took for the circle as well, the diameter will be taken from the highest reading of that is obtained. The highest reading that I've obtained is 3.8 centimeter, which is 38 millimeter. So we'll take for the second position. Since this is ping pong ball, I'm very sure that the reading will be the same. So for the second position, I'll take from here. Okay, the reading is same, 3.8 centimeter, which is 38 millimeter. Okay, for the third object, we'll take our cube. Okay, for the cube we have made this shape from a straw board to obtain same dimensions, so we will see. Okay, for the first side A, we will measure here. From this reading we obtained that the measurement is 3.5 centimeter for side A. Okay, we will measure for side B. Okay, we have obtained 3.5 as well. And then for side C, which is width. Okay, we have obtained 3.5 centimeter, which is 35 millimeter all around. So that's the dimension for our three objects. For the next part, we will measure our mass for all the three objects. So for that, we will use our weighing scale to measure the mass. So we'll start with 0. So for the first object, we will measure for cylinder. Okay, we place the object on the weighing scale. Okay, the mass shown for the cylinder is 103 gram. Okay, for the next object, a sphere. Okay, for the sphere, the mass is shown as 56 gram. And for the next object, which is cube, for cube, the mass is shown as 91 gram. So that is the measurement for our all three various shaped objects. Okay, now for the third part of our experiment, we will measure the volume of our various shaped object. For that, we will use our beaker, which is filled with water. So the initial volume of water that is filled in beaker is 650 ml. Okay, in order to read the scale properly, our eyesight should be parallel to our beaker scale to avoid reading error, which is parallax error. So when I place my eyesight parallel to the beaker scale, the reading is shown as 650 ml. So now we'll measure the volume of our first object, which is cylinder. So to measure the volume of our cylinder, we will submerge the cylinder fully into the water in beaker. Okay, now the reading is shown as almost 710 milliliter. So in the increment is around 60 milliliter. So that's the volume for our first object. Okay. And then we will check our reading again. Okay, it is still 650 milliliter. Okay, the second object for our volume, we will take sphere. Okay, the procedure is same. We will submerge the sphere fully into the water in our beaker. Okay, the reading of our scale in beaker is 690 milliliter. Okay, that's our volume for sphere. So we'll remove our sphere. For the third object, we will use cube, but before that we have to ensure the reading. Okay, it is still 650 milliliter, so we will move on to our cube. So the procedure is same as well. We will submerge this cube fully into our water in our beaker. So after the cube is fully submerged in water, the reading of our scale is 700 milliliter. So that's the volume for our cube. So we'll remove